Welcome, and today we're going to do a very interesting and fun thing. We're going to try different methods of string data type. I've defined a string variable here with the value welcome in it, and I'm gonna try printing, of course, a, and that's very easy. It will give me a value welcome. So I'm welcoming you right at the moment. The first method that I'm going to try is replace. Replace is a very useful method because we can, with the help of this, we can replace different values as the name suggests. So first of all, you have to define what value do you want to replace. So for example, if I say I want to replace all the e's with, uh, let's say, static, let's say, okay. And so when I run, what will happen? It has replaced all the e's with static. Okay, so this is how this method work. It replaces the required character with the given character. So for example, if I have a lot of spaces here in start and in the end, and I want to replace all my spaces with a string, so it will be sort of fun because it will be written welcome with 4 stars in the start and 4 stars in the end. Let's try the other method. The other method that I want to discuss with you is count. As the name says, it's going to count something. What is it going to count? It's going to count the number of times a character is occurring in a given string. So for example, when I say a dot count, it's going to tell me how many times e in the string a is, and how many times it is. It's 2 times, 1 and 2. If instead of space I want to check how many instead of e I want to check how many spaces are there in the string a, I can write down only, oh sorry, I haven't written anything, so it's just telling me the full character. So I have to write down space here, and it will show us 8 because there were 8 spaces there. So next, find. So as the name says, it's going to find a character. So I want to find in a character, and I have to tell that which character I want to find out. If I say I want to find out E, so it's going to tell me the index of the first E occurrence here. Now I'm going to remove some spaces from here because I don't want to get confused with the number of spaces. So you can see if there is no space. So what is the first E here? It's 0 and then 1. So it should return me the index 1. Let's run and find out if it can replace me the index 1. Oh, perfect. What if I want to see that what is if we have an E, what is the index of E in starting from the end? In that case, I can write down R find. So we're going to find E from the right hand side, and when we will run it, you can see it's going to give me 6 because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the index for right hand side for E from the right hand side is 6. Next function that I'm going to try with you is index and R index. That will be a little confusing because when if I replace, instead of find, if I write on index, it's going to give me the same value. But there is a difference between index and find, and I'll show you in a while. So you can see when I've written a dot find, it's giving me value a. If I've written a dot index, it's also giving me a value a. It's giving me the same index because it's trying to find the index of e, and it will find out at the location 1. Let's try out with R index. So it should give me the value 6 again because it should give me the value of E from right hand side. So let's try it, and as you can see, it's again giving me 6. So apparently it seems that find and index are same, but it's not same. Why? Because find is just going to find anything in it. So for example, if I write on A, and you can see in welcome there is no A. So what will happen? What will be the answer if I write on A? Try this one, and then you will find out that what is the difference. Then we will be able to find out the difference between index and find by writing a